Happy New Year. It's Simon Geere here with the Alexander Lloyd HR job market update for Q4 2023. So that's October to December last year. The first point worth noting are that the HR roles decreased by 13% in Q4. So that was a gradual decline across the entire year of the HR job volumes. But what were the HR jobs, I hear you cry? Well, I'll tell you. 28% of the roles in Q4 were employee relations opportunities, 17% were HR advisor roles, 14% were HR business partner opportunities, and 11% were held by the learning and development area. 8% of the roles were HR director or head of HR jobs. 8% were also covered by HR projects. Then we had 6% in the reward area, 3% in talent acquisition, 3% in organizational development, and lastly, 2% in the HR system space. So in summary, a lot more operational HR roles, less strategic roles, which is typical for Q4. The sectors that were hiring, well, we had 28%, so a huge share was in professional services, so legal and accountancy. 19% was in financial services and insurance, 10% in the public sector, 8% was in charity or engineering, and 6% in aviation or retail. And finally, 3% was held by utilities, media, FMCG, automotive, and the pharmaceutical sector. The locations, well, Sussex wins again. So 47% of our roles were in Sussex in Q4, 33%, so a third were in London, 12% in Kent, which is unusual, quite a spike in Q4, and 8% were in Surrey. And in terms of the employment basis, 58% of the roles were interim HR opportunities and 42% were permanent. Again, quite typical for end of year. So thank you for listening. I'm Simon Geere from the Alexander Lloyd HR recruitment team, and I look forward to catching up with you all in 2024.